Hey y'all, Beasley here. Welcome back to the channel. Many years ago, there was a popular parlor game called the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. The idea was that Kevin Bacon has performed with so many actors in his now 50-year career that you can link Kevin Bacon to any actor within 6 degrees of separation. So, for example, Kevin Bacon was in Animal House in 1978 with Donald Sutherland. Donald Sutherland was in Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley was in, and so on and so forth. So 6 degrees of separation. In baseball, the number 9 is more significant. There are 9 hitters. There are 9 innings. The baseball is 9 inches in circumference. There is 90 feet between bases. So I'm going to use the number 9, do 9 degrees of separation to see if I can take a random baseball player, connect, and then reconnect to that same player in 9 degrees of separation using only things from my collection.
I like to display my collection in my apartment. While cards were the starting pieces for my collecting journey, a binder doesn't display well on a wall. So I began to focus on photos, oversized cards like the 1947 to 66 exhibits, programs, and other memorabilia for the walls. You will definitely see that in today's episode, starting with the first. I have the term Tulsa Oilers as a saved search on eBay. Last week, I was alerted to a picture of a player that I did not know, a catcher from the 1937 and 1939 Tulsa Oilers, Norman McCaskill. It's a great image and it was a great price, so it is now in the collection. Using other items from my collection, let's see if in 9 moves I can start and end with Norman McCaskill. Norm McCaskill, born on November 11th, 1911, literally 11-11-11, in North Carolina. His professional catching career began in 1934 with the Wheeling Stogies of Wheeling, West Virginia. He was a member of the 1937 and the 1939 Tulsa Oiler teams. Norm played alongside outfielder Lou the Mad Russian Novikov with the Oilers in 1939. Lou was the Texas League Player of the Year in 1939. Before making his major league debut with the Chicago Cubs in 1941, Novikov was a member of the 1937 Ponca City, Oklahoma Angels. One of the starting pitchers for that 1937 Ponca City Angels team was Vern Olson. Vern went on to pitch 245 innings and earned 19 wins for Tulsa in 1938 before making his major league debut with the Chicago Cubs in 1939. Olson was a Cubs pitching teammate of Paul Erickson from 1941 to 1946, with the exception of Olson's time in the Navy during World War II. Paul Erickson won the deciding game in the 1945 NL pennant race and pitched in 4 games of the 1945 World Series. While working his way up through the minor leagues, Erickson pitched for the 1940 Tulsa Oilers. Also pitching for the 1940 Tulsa Oilers, Gas House Gang veteran and Hall of Famer Dizzy Dean. Dizzy came to Tulsa for a long rehab assignment in 1940, appearing in 21 games for the Oilers. When on the road, Dean was roommate with young Eddie Waitkus. Dizzy became a big advocate for Waitkus to the Chicago Cubs. After being called up to the Cubs late in the 1941 season, Eddie volunteered for the U.S. Army at the outset of World War II and was awarded 4 Bronze Stars. He resumed his role as the Cubs' first baseman from 1946 through 48. After being traded to the Phillies in 1949, Wakes was stalked and shot by a female Cubs fan. She had presented herself as Ruth Burns from Eddie's hometown of Cambridge, Massachusetts. Eddie thought that she may have been related to Jack Burns of Cambridge. Wakes met former St. Louis Brown first baseman Jack Burns during his senior year of high school. Burns had recently retired to Cambridge and lived near Wakes. Burns became a mentor to Eddie and coached him at first base. Before playing first base for the St. Louis Browns, Irving Jack Burns appeared in 161 games for the 1929 Western League champion Tulsa Oilers. This card is a business card for sports card collector and dealer Frank Nagy. I love this image, so I scanned this business card and printed it to display in a frame. In his 7 seasons with the Browns, Burns was teammate with pitcher George Blaholder. Baseball Digest and the Sporting News credit Blaholder with developing the slider. In 1936, Baseball Magazine described his unique pitch as the slide ball. George pitched for 11 seasons in the major leagues. In his 4 seasons with the Tulsa Oilers, Blaholder earned an 80-41 record as a pitcher. He won 26 games with the 1927 Western League champion Oilers. Another member of that 1927 Western League champion Tulsa team was Ed Grimes, a Chicago native. Ed Grimes played third base and shortstop through an 11-year professional baseball career. After his 2 initial seasons with the Tulsa Oilers in the 1920s, Ed bounced between the St. Louis Browns and the Milwaukee Brewers before finding himself back in Tulsa in 1937. The catcher for that 1937 Tulsa Oilers team, Norm McCaskill.
Yay, we did it. We fell down a rabbit hole and climbed our way back out. It's 9 degrees of separation to and from Norm McCaskill. So this one was a lot of fun to put together, and I will likely do so again. So please like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to catch more of the Tulsa baseball content. See y'all again soon.